So, hi everyone. My name is Konark. I am the head of admissions and marketing at 10x International School. We all know 10x is India's first school of innovation, which has been launched by the Indus International School Group and is focused on creating future entrepreneurs and innovators in not just in the field of science, but in every field out there. And one such opportunity that our students have been part of is the NYAS, which is New York Academy of Sciences. Now, we all know the NYS is one of the most prestigious challenges out there in the realm of innovation and science. So I have with me Team Vision Accelerate. So what is Vision Accelerate? It's an innovative smart eyewear system designed to significantly enhance the safety, independence, and well-being of dementia patients. Now, this advanced solution integrates features such as fall detection, GPS tracking, health monitoring, and an interactive customizable voice assistant to provide comprehensive support for individuals with dementia and their caregivers. Driven by the commitment to leveraging technology for impactful change, Vision Accelerate addresses critical challenges and offers a compassionate approach to care. This team's dedication and innovation has been well recognized and celebrated, marking a significant step towards the field of dementia care. Not just that, they have also won the spring cohort of the NYS challenge, and they've competed, I believe, against 164 teams, right? So, which itself is not just a national pride, but it's something that they've achieved at international level. So, without further ado, we're going to go through a series of questions where our team here is going to answer them and enlighten us about the project and share their experience. And this hope that motivates future entrepreneurs and innovators like themselves to take up more projects like this in the future, right? So my first question is directed towards you, Prabhu. So why don't you tell us a little bit more about the project, a little briefly?
Yeah. So Vision Accelerate is basically a smart iOS solution which aims at transforming the lives of dementia patients and supporting their caregivers. So primarily, it uses AI and AR technologies aimed at providing enhanced safety and the well-being of dementia patients and their caregivers. So as you mentioned already, the key features include live GPS tracking, customized voice assistant, AR for object and face identification, and real-time health monitoring through an accompanying app. Overall, through these features, we aim to reduce the overall burden on caregivers and dementia patients, as often taking care of them or monitoring them becomes a hassle for both caregivers and puts the dementia patients in risk as well.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. I'm confident I think this project would have been a lot of fun, and I believe a lot of learning would have come across the entire experience.
Yeah, actually, we learned a lot of new things while building the project, such as we learned how to build AI voice assistants, and we learned how to prototype in a practical way, and we learned a lot of other valuable skills as well along.
That's great. That's great. So moving on, my next question is for Saisha. So tell me, Saisha, how did you guys come up with the concept of the AI assistant? So what was your insight basically?
So we came up with the concept of the assistant because of our primary and our secondary research, which proved that dementia patients tend to ask multiple questions at once, and they require assistance and aid quite often in even the most simple tasks. And sometimes it can be as simple as questions about the weather or where they are, but it can also be complicated, like assistance required for how to perform an action. So we believe that the AI assistant would be useful because caregivers can't always be there 24/7.
Right. Thank you so much. So you're saying that the kind of research you did on ground allowed you to actually zero down on the kind of project you wanted to do.
Exactly.
Right. That's great. So my next question is for all of you, and I believe you can, speak in any order you guys want. So what were your individual contributions and how do you think your efforts came together as a team? Why don't you go ahead, Prabhu? You can start with that.
Okay. So firstly, I suggested a couple of features to enhance the safety of the dementia patients, such as one of the features I suggested was the geofencing feature, which was basically that if they leave a predefined area, an alert is sent to caregivers. And since this is very common, in fact, actually 60% of dementia patients are prone to getting lost and wandering away. So this feature was very crucial in ensuring that our solution was effective. And other fields that contributed was in building the prototype and building a couple of features in on hand.
That's great, Prabhu. So what about you, Saisha? How was your experience and what do you think were your contributions to the project?
I had a great experience working with the rest of the team. And some of my main contributions were in the medical research before we build our prototype, and also for testing our prototype with dementia patients. And I also worked on one of the features, which was the geofencing for the glasses.
That's great. What about you, Tisha?
So this project was a great way of helping me showcase my own understanding about dementia and how the medical standpoint behind it. And during this project, I mainly focused on market research and stakeholder research for dementia patients. And I also, for market research, I identified existing products and I analyzed some competitors, and I also gathered industry data, which helps us understand the market landscape for our product. And in the stakeholder research, I also helped in the interviewing of caregivers and healthcare professionals so that we could identify the specific needs of our demographic target audience. And I'd also helped in developing timelines, and also I helped in one of the features, which was geofencing. So I think it was a great experience, and we all helped in our own expertise to come together as a team and build this product.
Thank you so much. And last but not the least, we have the team leader, Ria. How was your experience and, what do you think were your contributions?
So I worked on the programming and the UI design of the application that we had for the project. And additionally, as the team lead of the project, my role was to coordinate with all the moving parts of the project, where I worked on the script and the presentation, making sure that everything was cohesive and flowed very well. I also kept track of deadlines, facilitated communication among all the team members, and ensured that everyone had the support that they needed to do their best work, because it was all about making sure that our individual efforts came together seamlessly to create one strong unified project at the end.
Thank you so much. So I think what I can see that, all of you did bring your individual contributions, but more importantly, the way you guys worked together, that's what made the project a success. And it was not just recognized by the world, by the dementia world, by the world of dementia patients, but I think it's also by the NYS team. I think, and congratulations again to you all. So moving on to my next question, right? Now this one is for Tisha. So what was that one challenge you faced during each stage of the project? The ideation, the execution, and the presentation.
So yeah, we divided our work in three main stages, which was the ideation stage, in which our team focused on brainstorming and conceptualizing the project and the whole idea. And this stage went pretty smoothly as we were able to leverage out the diverse backgrounds in our team and our previous experiences to develop a well thought out plan. We conducted thorough research in the milestones, and we also held multiple brainstorming sessions, and we used collaborative tools to refine our ideas like Google Docs, where we could put all our ideas and kind of talk through it. And this clear communication and shared vision among our team members ensured that we had a strong foundation and clear objectives of our project. But I think the main stage which presented a significant challenge in this project was the execution stage, in which this project required the creation of a physical model of our product, which we were doing in the STEAM lab of 10X International. This was also essential for bringing the concept to life and demonstrating its functionality. But unfortunately, not all team members were able to participate equally in this phase, as two of our team members were based in the United States and could not be physically present in the lab with us to create the features physically. And this geographical separation posed a considerable hurdle in the coordination and communication during the execution stage. We tried to give them things such like the 3D CAD model and sketches, which they could have done online, but also that the time zone differences and everything led us to having some sort of difficulty in building the product itself. And the presentation stage at the end was a collaborative effort that benefited from all the strengths of our team members. And as we divided our tasks according to our individual skills, with focusing on creating visual aids and slides, others preparing the speech and presentation content, and others handling technical aspects such as video editing and inserting the videos in our presentation. So this teamwork, I think, ensured a comprehensive and polished final presentation, which effectively showcased our project in a manner that ensured that we won the competition itself.
That's great. So you guys were eventually able to overcome the challenge of distance and communication. So I also know that you guys are now planning to take the prototype to the next level in the STEAM lab. Am I right about that? Right.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. Moving on to the next question, which is for Prakul. What do you think was the most exciting part of the whole project?
Yeah. So basically, the most exciting part was when we got to test our product in person with dementia patients. So when we tested the product, we gained valuable insights and feedback on what we could improve and how effective the solution was. This allowed us to improve and allowed us to have a future vision on how we can further improvise the solution and make it more better, more effective in helping patients with dementia.
Right. That sounds very interesting. So is any of you guys planning to get into this field, or maybe if you build a future in this particular area out of sheer interest or curiosity? Anyone?
I plan on pursuing neuroscience in the future, so this was a really good experience for me personally.
It's great. Anyone else?
Yeah, and I also plan on doing biotechnology and bioinformatics, which could help patients like these in terms of biomedical diseases that could also be non-communicable or communicable. So I think it was a great experience for me as well.
That's great. That's great. Moving on to my next question, and this one is for our team leader, Ria. What kind of support did you receive from the faculty at 10X?
So the support from the faculty at 10X was amazing because the STEAM lab was quite instrumental because we got so much mentorship there to build our prototypes and revise it. And it was a lot of failing, experimenting, and tinkering process. And also Miss Aparna from the college placements helped us understand the challenge better and the criteria required for this. And she was very helpful where she guided us through the process. And the school has always encouraged us to reflect on our work, so we knew where exactly we were supposed to work on, which also helped us gain a lot of awareness about what we were doing and why it mattered a lot. So the faculty support was very helpful.
So I think the STEAM lab does give you that edge over many other schools and students, right?
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. So moving on, the next one is for Tisha. What was the collaborative process like? If you could just brief it out for us.
So the collaborative process for this project was pretty effective and dynamic as we began by clearly defining our roles based on individual strengths, in which we did a SWOT analysis of ourselves. And we also had regular meetings and communication via audio calls and messaging apps like Launchpad and WhatsApp, ensuring everyone stayed informed and involved in the process of this project. And despite some team members being remote, we leveraged online tools for real-time collaboration, and each member's unique contributions from market research, stakeholder interviews, technical skills to design and execution seamlessly integrated into our project. And our teamwork and clear communication helped us overcome many challenges, particularly during the execution phase, leading to a successful and good cohesive final project.
That's great. So you guys do believe that collaborative intelligence is the future, right? I think individually, most of you must have not been able to achieve such a level of result. But I think coming together and including the two members who couldn't join us today from the US, I think collaboratively, you guys had a bigger strength. Am I right?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, it allowed us to harness each person's specialized techniques, such as some people are more skilled in the biological part or the neurological part, while some of us are more experienced in the technical part. So
That's a great insight, Dr. I think it shows a lot of balance that we are able to achieve when different kind of people bring in different kind of skills and competencies and thought process, the heterogeneity to the group itself. Thank you for that. My next question is for all of you. You guys can follow the same order as the last question. What are the 3 valuable lessons or key takeaways that you've gained from this experience? We can start with Prakul and then move on.
yeah. So firstly, I believe time management was one of the most valuable skills I gained through this, as managing our schoolwork while our final exams are coming up within a month, and managing our studies, extracurriculars along with the project allowed me to manage my time more effectively and better plan stuff. And also adjusting and cooperating with people who are currently in the US, as they have different time zones. Sometimes you would have to stay up late at night or early in the morning for the meetings. So this helped us be more collaborative. And lastly, the key skill that I gained from the whole project was critical thinking. As most of the times while we were building the prototype, we were stuck at most points, and we couldn't figure out how to go further with it. So at those moments when we had to discuss with each other, think critically to come up with a solution to fix it.
Thank you. So I think you picked up some real life skills along the process, right? Right. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. So we move on to Saisha now.
One of the skills that I definitely was able to enhance with this project is my ability to think critically and problem solve, because along the way, there were definitely a lot of challenges that we faced. Sometimes we had to work on things that we didn't really know much about, and we had a lot of creative and innovative features that haven't been seen in other technologies before. So that whole process of thinking critically and being able to develop our own solution was definitely one of the main takeaways I had. And also, I think it really helped in my adaptability and overall resilience, because, again, there were a lot of things that personally I didn't really know much about, such as electronics. And I had to learn about researching and interviewing patients with dementia. And it definitely taught me a lot about how to be hands-on in the field. And finally, I think it really helped in my collaboration, working with a huge team of 6 people who aren't in the same country. So it definitely helped my teamwork skills as well.
That's great. So I can see that there's a trend, right? I think critical thinking, the ability to think critically and be able to collaborate, irrespective of all the challenges that were put forth. I think these two things are something that you've both have gained, right? So let's hear from Tisha. What do you think her takeaway?
So I think a very important skill that I learned from this was the flexibility in approaching different types of solutions, different type of features for our product, and a willingness to kind of adapt to unforeseen obstacles or challenges so that we can actually get the result that we wanted, and also to be able to empathetically evaluate the needs of our customers, and according to that, kind of make our product, which makes meaningful solutions that can actually be made in real life and actually can be executed so that dementia patients can actually use this kind of product and have a better lifestyle with it. And I think balancing creativity with structure and organization so that each member gets like a hold on the project that we're developing, and also collaborating in that same process while having clear communication goals is also very important. And that's something I learned when I basically communicated with people that I don't really know and are from around the world.
Right? So it's safe to say that a pragmatic approach towards projects, it was not just very ambitious approach, but a more pragmatic approach to projects is something that you were able to build through this project, right? Right. That's great. And now we have Ria. What do you think were your takeaways from the project?
All right, so I had quite a lot of takeaways. So the first one was adaptability and team coordination, because I was also involved in managing and also interacting with people from different time zones, which also required a lot of clear communication and flexibility. And the most important, as everyone highlighted, were problem solving and critical thinking skills, because uh, scheduling challenges and also even innovating this, because as we were innovating this, we had like a lot of challenges, like let's say what if people forgot the classes, so how would that work? This was a question to address, right? So a lot of innovation was put in this way, so applying our critical thinking skills was very crucial in making a successful product.
So what I understand from this is that I think attention to detail, and especially projects and devices like this, I think that is something that you guys are able to also understand through the process, right?
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
great. That's great. So we move on to the next question. What were the most, and this for Saisha, what were the most important skills that you utilized during this project, and how has life entrepreneurship at 10x prepared you for this?
So all 4 of us had previously discussed about our teamwork and collaboration and our critical thinking. and creativity and more. But I think one of the most important skills that we utilized in this project is also STEAM, which is, as well as the interdisciplinary understanding with the science of dementia and the technology and engineering of building our prototype, as well as the research. And all of that together helps us understand dementia patients and the problem that's at hand, and to truly understand the patients that we were trying to help by building our solution. And I think life entrepreneurship at 10x has greatly prepared us for this because it's shown us the importance of design thinking in creating prototypes and solutions to problems, because it's shown us the significance of empathizing with the people that we're building the solution for and understanding them better, and also encouraging us to innovate and prototype. It also helped us collaborate better as a whole, and most importantly, allowed us to be flexible and think out of the box to solve any challenges or changes that we may have faced.
Right. So, if I may ask you, so the ability to have empathy or be empathize with patients who are actually for whom you were making the product for, did that really help you to understand what was really needed for them? Did that help you even further?
For sure, because I think a large part of empathy is also observing the person that you're trying to help, which is like incredibly important for our project specifically, because we need to truly understand the challenges that people with dementia are going through in order to make features that help them. So if we didn't have empathy for them, we wouldn't really be able to make our solution as efficient, because we wouldn't truly understand the problems that they face.
That's brilliant. So as we near to almost the end of our chat today, I have last two questions. Now, this particular question is for all of you, right? So just want to understand what are each of your aspirations and how do you think this experience will help you in the future to achieve those? We can start with Prakul again.
Yeah. So my aspiration in particular with this project is to bring it to the masses and work towards making it to a prototype phase, because I believe it's yet in a prototype phase, and I believe more refinement and integration of the solution will allow us to bring the product to the masses. And this experience will allow me to better develop solutions in the future by understanding the solution at the ground level, by interviewing people, and further developing solutions tailored towards them specifically.
That's great, and good luck to you with that. What about you, Saisha?
In terms of this project, similar to what Prakul said, there are more than 55 million people that have dementia throughout the world. And I think this project can really help them by tackling problems they face and fulfilling their needs. And on a personal scale for myself, I want to go into neuroscience in the future. And I think working on a project like this that focuses specifically on a neurological illness and also ways that we can solve it, which is definitely going to be a huge part of medicine in the future with different technologies. I think this experience is really beneficial for me.
That's great, and we're very happy that you're able to get this experience to NYAS, right? What about you, Tisha?
So as my team members said previously, I think the most important part of this project was to get the idea actually into the market so that it can help people. That's why we made the project itself. But like on a personal note, I think this experience has equipped me with like a lot of skills and insights that I won't be able to get like in other places, which I'm sure will be instrumental in achieving all my aspirations. So it has enhanced my ability to collaborate across many countries, allows me to harness diverse expertise and perspectives required for innovative solutions, and also provided me with hands-on experience in research methodologies and problem solving. And these are essential things that help me drive progress within fields that I would like to pursue in the future, like biotechnology and bioinformatics. And this experience, I think, has laid a very solid foundation for me to pursue my passion for integrating these type of technologies into biomedical advancements to address pressing needs of healthcare needs for people in real life.
That's great. And last but not the least, Ria, what are your aspirations here?
So, as per for this project. I think dementia is a really, really big issue because there are more than 55 million people who suffer from this. And this is a number that is not going to stay constant, but is expected to double every 20 years. And it is also the seventh leading cause of death worldwide. And it's truly heartbreaking to see that people are not able to recognize their family members, their loved ones, or they're forgetting all the memories that they've cherished. So I believe that if this product goes into the market, it will truly be a game changer. And I personally want to become a tech entrepreneur. And leading this project and working on Vision Accelerate has given me like a lot of hands-on experience in both tech and leadership. And it's also been a very great practice for what I hope to do in the future. And this project has definitely equipped me with the valuable skills and a real sense of what it's like to bring an idea to life.
It's beautiful to see that all of you guys came with so many different skills and competencies. You were all able to achieve your individual goals of the project, interpret it the way you guys want it to be. But I think I'm able to gauge, through this chat is what made you guys a success was that you were all able to empathize and relate to the actual problem at hand, which is dementia. And you guys were able to understand what it really entails for someone who's facing dementia, someone who's suffering from it. I think that I can see in all your, talks that you guys understood what the problem was. And I think that empathy and that detailing that you have gone through would allow you to be that good at your idea, right? For the next one, this is for Ria. So we all know that Ria has been selected for the 100 Girls, 100 Futures initiative launched by the NYS. That's a Global STEM Alliance. So what has been your experience, by the way, to leading the team to victory? Because it's one of a kind that a team from India has won after so long, and that too, which is led by another person from India. So what has your experience? Because this is something the first time that you've done. So I want to understand how your experience was.
All right. So leading the team to victory was tough initially, being very honest, especially with members from different time zones and unique perspectives. But I believe we managed to get it all together, and it's been an incredible experience, honestly, because it's all about learning from others and doing it. And it's also taught me a lot about teamwork, problem solving, and resilience. And also, as you said, being selected for the Thousand Girls, Thousand Futures initiative is just the cherry on top because it's such an honor to be part of the program that provides STEM mentorship and resources. And I'm extremely excited about the modules we'll get to do and the people we'll get to meet around the world with people coming from different disciplines, mentors, and students. And it's a fantastic opportunity to grow and learn even more.
That's great, and I think the team did really well under your leadership. And I'm sure the team members really loved working with you. And congratulations again for getting selected for the 100 Girls, 1,000 Girls Sound Initiative program. And I'm sure you'll do even better there. I'm personally, and along with all of our team members, are looking forward to your project coming to life in the STEAM lab, so that the next time we unveil it, as part of our daily activities in school. And it's unfortunate the other two students who were part of the team were not able to join. But if any one of you has any message or for them, I would very happy you can share it here.
Sure, I can do that. So, this is for Shriniket and Meda, who were from the US. Shriniket's from New York, and Meda is from Tennessee in the US. And both of them, even though they weren't really here with us, because this was a very hands-on project that we had to actually build, as you said, in the STEAM lab. Though they weren't here physically present with us, they have really worked very, very hard in terms of providing us support on different aspects like research, surveying, and they even made digital designs because a project to actually come to life, you require many prototypes and from sketching to 3D modeling and everything, they were really instrumental in getting all of this together. And I'm really grateful for them. So, yeah.
Right. Thank you so much for your message for them. And I'm sure they are also feeling very special about it, and equally happy about the fact that of this achievement. Right. We are all very proud of you. And I know it's a late evening that we're talking today. So without further ado, I will not take many more of your time. Thank you so much for joining me and sharing your insights and this chat. I'm sure more and more people who hear about this will be motivated to take up projects like this. And then we hope that every time a team from India can win the NYS challenge. And thank you so much for joining me. And you guys have a lovely vacation ahead. And looking forward to see you guys again in the next year of program, right?
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Right.
It was a great experience.
Thank you guys, and have a lovely evening. See you all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Take care, guys. Thank you.